I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of sleep today. And I know for me, sleep is a bit of a force multiplier for good or worse most of the time. So if I get enough sleep, which is typically for me around 7 hours, that's kind of like the magic number for me. I definitely know, and I definitely know if I wake up and I've had a full night's restorative sleep, and I tend to feel more alert, more creative, just more energized. Obviously, I tend to have better workouts if I get enough sleep, and I'm just a better person to be around and much more productive. And uh, if I don't get enough sleep, then that tends to be a force multiplier in the negative direction. I'm much more irritable. But a lot of times when we don't get enough sleep, when we're kind of in that under 6 hour mark, cortisol levels tend to spike, leptin levels tend to increase, which means we get hungrier. Those hunger impulse cues, they tend to fire a little bit more when we're tired. So we feel more hungry and tend to crave more processed carbohydrates because our brain knows that that's the first thing that we need to kind of like immediately wake up and gain that quick burst of energy. So that's why, you know, they've done studies and they've shown that people who get less sleep, they tend to snack more, they tend to eat more. It's because we're hungrier and our brains literally are craving the carbohydrates. And you can think of carbohydrates as sort of that quick acting energy. It just happens almost immediately. And the sort of unintended consequence there is you have that insulin roller coaster where it spikes and then it dips and you're just hungry again. Cortisol, if you have higher levels of cortisol, you tend to be hungrier as well. So the other sort of negative compensation factor there with higher cortisol is we typically hang on to more body fat, more adiposity due to just not getting enough sleep. So sleep is definitely a force multiplier when it comes to overall health, and it's something that we need. You know, almost every single system of the body is repairing itself and is improving when we're sleeping. Okay, so when we don't get enough sleep, that means all of those regenerative factors of the systems of the body, they unfortunately don't get the same repair that they would if you had gotten at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So this is definitely a time just socially where I think a lot of people that they're stressed out. There's a lot of unrest, and rightfully so. I just wanted to do a video on sleep today. Just make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves the best way that you can, and just implement some of that self-care in the form of good restorative sleep. And if you have any more questions about that and how that affects some other things like workouts and other physiological benefits of sleep, hit me up if you have any questions. Or we've got a lot of infographics on the Better Self Instagram about sleep and some of the benefits and some of the negative things associated with not getting enough. So we're always posting about sleep. We're a big fan. All right, have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.